Hello everyone and welcome to the Rec Show where the title is random and so are the topics. So we are in episode 5 and for the audio listeners out there, the episode is called the Recording Everyone's Craziness Show. That kind of fits in quite well. So anyway, we got two guests here. We got Centurion and emilywafflesyay. So yeah, do you guys want to introduce yourselves and we'll get on with the podcast?
I don't know what to say. Hi, I'm Emily Waffles. Yay! I work for Rec Room and stuff. I like this game, obviously. I don't know. Hi. It's your turn.
Yeah, sure is. It was implied. It's even hinted at. Hi, I'm Star. I also work here at Rec Room. Yeah.
We're so interesting.
It's fine. It's
Yeah,
fine. It's
we
fine. It's great to have you on. So we'll just ask a few questions at the beginning. So, when did you start working for Rec Room?
I've been working since 2018, but I've been a player since 2016.
Oh wow! Right at the
That was
beginning.
longer than I thought. Wow.
Yep.
Does that mean you were in the beta part, or right after that?
I mean, technically, we were all in the beta because the early access, the early access just like ended this year, didn't it?
Yeah.
So it's like we're all technically beta players.
Oh, forgot about that
Emily's
part.
an OG.
Yeah, you're
with
like
4 exclamation marks.
you're like
And then
What?
the exclamation marks turn into number ones after a while.
I mean, you started playing pretty early on too.
I did, but you know, it was like, I mean, at this point, it was almost 5 years ago, right? But
Yeah,
like,
you, because you're
but like
just
when
not
you
saying
think
it.
of
2017
when-
PSVR beta.
yeah,
when you
yeah,
joined.
yeah, I did start in 2017, yeah, and but I don't know. It's like the 2016 shirt is like you go into a rec center with that, and everyone's like, "Oh my god!" And you know, the 2017 is like, "Oh yeah, you started a year late." You know, not fair.
I even got raw data legit. I was there for that.
oh, and that wasn't very long. Like that event. It wasn't like for very
It was
long.
like a week.
Wow.
I only have it saved just to like.
Just,
Oh my
just to show off,
goodness.
yeah.
But I don't do that.
I love how
often,
you
it's
have
really
the
weird.
glasses right on
Yeah,
top
everyone
of
says
it.
that.
It is a very unique like outfit with like the helmet where it covers literally everything. It's not like that.
Yeah.
It's not
Emily
like it where-
flexing, yay, more like it.
Yeah, I've got some flex outfits, but you know, this is a podcast, so why put them on? So,
I mean, a lot of people watch it too, but yeah, a lot of people listen to it as well. It's kind of cool. So, yeah, what about you? Or I mean, I guess you already did talk about like when you joined.
Yeah, I started in 2017, in October of 2017. I only had a PSVR at the time, and how I found out about Rec Room was one of the devs, Sean. They're not too well known these days, but back they used to be more
He's
of the
getting known
community, like,
a lot more.
manager type. Right, yeah.
Here's
But
his name
back in the
around a lot
day,
more.
he was like the original like community manager, like social media person for Rec Room, and they were posting
Wow.
in like various websites about the PSVR closed beta, and I happened to like enter it, and I got a key, so I was like, okay, cool. It was really funny because it was like two different versions of Rec Room. The closed beta for PSVR only had PSVR players, no PC players. It was like
Oh,
a
a split.
little
So
specialized.
it wasn't
like,
crossplay yet.
It wasn't crossplay yet, yeah, and it was like
Really?
that for a week, where it was just PSVR players, and it was so cool. And yeah, later, you know, they merged the servers. That was a big thing, and I guess I've been here ever since. I bought a Rift because, let's be honest, PSVR performance is, yeah. It's not bad. I mean, it used to be really bad.
For its
It's gotten
time,
way
it was
better.
really good.
But the closed beta was, yeah, for its time was really good because it was like you needed either a really expensive computer for PC, but you could run this on a PS4 that you could buy for like $200.
Yeah,
really good in the day. But yeah, no, buy a Quest 2 if you can. Buy a
Yes.
PC VR and a PC VR headset if you
Yeah.
can. Or
So I
wait,
have a
there's a lot of
question,
cool options
if it's
coming.
okay.
Yeah.
Uh, how often? So, like, both of you have been playing for basically 5 years. How often have your outfits changed? Because as long as I remembered, Emily, you've always had that outfit. Star, I know you've at least always
Yeah,
had
I
that
remember
hat.
that outfit. Yeah, that you showed that. I think the only thing they
My
changed was like the
outfit-
hair dye. That's like the only thing I noticed that you
This
changed.
is my first. Yeah, well, I like to stay consistent whenever I play stuff. Like, I've always had this hair and this face, because if I change it, it doesn't look like me. And
That's true.
back when you
That's already
couldn't
fine too as
position the
well.
bow and the hair, is it still messed up and in my hair? Yeah. It was like this for like, 5 years before you could finally move the bow out of my hair. And then it's like, things would come out like the changing the face, like changing the eyes and the mouth. And I tried that and I'm like, oh, that doesn't look like me. So I just didn't. And then the body shape, I tried that's like, oh, that doesn't look like me. So I just didn't. And then hair dye came out. And I'm like, my hair looks weird when it's pink. So I'm going to wait. And then when it changed it to like only dyeing part of
Yeah.
your hair, I'm like, finally something that I can use. So I finally changed it to fade into pink. I'm like, oh my god, I actually made a bit of a change. And this outfit, my punk outfit, I saw like when they kind of released a whole bunch of new outfits in like 2017, 2018ish. I'm like, okay,
July.
I want to get it. Okay,
July
wow.
2017. Fancy Pants update.
Holy crap! Oh yeah, that's right. You're making that video. This is before the shop or anything, and before tokens. You just had to randomly hope you get it. Play a whole bunch of games, hope you get what you wanted. I got this in a disc golf game.
The box system was whack. So
No, this
how
is
it worked
2017.
was
Yes,
I know. No, the box system was weird because at the time there were no tokens, and they added a ton of new outfits, and you're like, wow, I really want some of them. How you would get them is you could play games, and you would have a chance to get a box at the end. So kind of like today, right? You could also do your dailies, and also doing those dailies will get you a chance to roll for a box. Doing one daily will get you a small chance to get a box. Doing all the dailies guaranteed you to get a box. And then you would also get a box when you leveled up. The problem was it didn't account for duplicates. So you could keep rolling the same items over and over. that you already owned.
Oh, that would be so
Oh.
disappointing.
Yeah, it
That's
was.
interesting.
Yeah, so you really wanted like,
Oh.
let's say the hypervisor, like that, the original, like pink and blue accent
yeah.
one, right? You really wanted that item. You had to keep just rolling boxes until you get it one day.
So you couldn't
There
even
wasn't,
buy
like,
it.
any
But
way
so
to-
this is when there was no
Mhm.
you
store.
couldn't buy items. No,
Oh,
no
Yeah.
store, no token.
ouch. No.
So like the variation of like the Mama Monkey's like dress, yellow dress, she really wanted it. So she was like really known in like our friend group. She was just like, okay, we're gonna go in and we're gonna do a whole bunch of sessions until I get it. Every time a game would finish and there'd be a box, we'd all like get our cameras out and like look at her and really hope it was a dress. And she opened it and be like, oh darn it, open it and it's like a different color and she freaks out. Or we're just like, no.
Oh.
I remember that. I wasn't even trying to get mine. I'm just like, I'll get it if I get it. I'm lazy, right? And I get in the box. I'm like, like, camera.
Yeah.
I remember because the sandbox machine came out the next day, and we started filming with it. But my wrist cuffs, right? I really wanted these too, but I didn't want to get them. And I got these as a reward for helping to film the PSVR trailer, which was a lot of fun.
Ooh.
So I'm in that. You just can't tell it's really me. There's a couple of shots with me in them, but I'm also in character costume
Yeah.
in some of the shots. But man, that's what you saw probably to join, and I'm in that.
Well, the PSVR beta, the beta trailer was slightly before the closed beta, so I already knew about Rec Room before that trailer came out, because that trailer
Did
was
you
meant
watch the
for
trailer?
I did watch
Okay,
the trailer, but that trailer,
you knew that.
I did. No, I did. You told me plenty of
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, of course, because I like to
Yeah.
mention it's fun. That was like one of my favorite filming that trailer. That and the Rec Royale trailer.
Oh yeah, the Rec Royale one.
It's like crazy of how long ago that released. That was like 2017, wasn't it? Or 18? I forget. It was
What?
17.
The PSVR.
The
Rec Royale
Rick Royale.
was May. May of 2018 was the alpha weekends. And it didn't release until like June 8th or something, where you could actually go in and play it whenever you wanted.
So I'm actually curious. They did an alpha thing for Rec Royale, but they also did it for laser tag as well. Like, what does that?
Yeah.
And like, obviously, that's where that shirt is from. Obviously,
Yeah,
Like,
this shirt's from like the 2 weekends that you could play laser tag early, and this is kind of what I wore for like the first 3 or 4 months of Rec Room, and then later I got
That was an
enough tokens to get
experience.
this shirt, and I've been with this shirt ever since.
so was it like just like
Oh
an
my gosh,
update that you
really?
got before the weekend, then it opened up the room, and then you got another update after the weekend that closed it off?
No, it kind of just turned
Uh,
on and off. They kind of
yeah,
set that up.
yeah, they
Oh,
had
You
okay.
can just
So
turn the
back
room on and
how
off.
it used to work, 2017 with the old rec center, they had a feature event store right in the middle of the rec center. And the first update that brought laser tag into the game added it as it was an update. And they left the only way you could get into laser tag because it wasn't listed as a
oh, it
room.
was just the
You had to
door.
go through the
So it
featured
was just a
event
server
store.
side
It was just a
update.
door.
Ah.
Yeah, server side stuff where they would just remove access to like the door. And then they updated the game like a week later with like Alpha Weekend 2. And that kind of brought the visuals more in line with how laser tag looks today. Like at least the original map, right? Hangar. It wasn't called that at the time. It was just known as laser tag. That map didn't have a name. And yeah, then another week passed, and that's when they opened it up, and they had to update the game because the rec center was all Unity back then, so they had to like place a proper door for laser tag, and there was like a hallway full of all the rooms for all the RRO rooms were in like one big hallway.
Yeah.
And they like to put like nice little fun visuals outside of the rooms. So
I have a story. You know what story I'm about to tell. Laser tag weekend, don't you? So,
Ooh,
one of
maybe,
our
maybe.
friends, of course, Carthage, he also works for the company, but he didn't work for the company back then. So, when Laser Tag Alpha Weekend released, he played it a whole bunch. He really liked it, right? He's just like, okay, I'm gonna do this thing so I can stay in the game and not get kicked when it closes. Okay, so this is hilarious. He literally, he's really smart, right? He can I feel like he's sort of an engineer. He's amazing. So he built this thing. It's called the Laser Tag Alpha Weekend Prevention System.
No,
LTAPS?
it's laser tag uh, alpha prevention.
Yeah,
prevention
it's
system.
just
And it
basically
was
something
called
that he built to
LTAPS.
keep him from
LTAPS
getting
for
kicked.
short.
Yeah, LTAPS. So, basically what it was like string connected from one wall to another, or one tripod to another with the headset on it, with a piece of paper on the front and a fan, right, blowing like air on the fan, which is swinging the headset back and forth, keeping him from going idle, keeping him from being kicked, so he could keep playing laser tag.
Wait,
long as he
wait, this
wanted.
is actually more in depth than I thought. So instead of just like, dude, that's like the simplest idea. Just have it where it's constantly moving so it doesn't idle out. Okay, that's actually kind of
Yeah, but the
Well,
devs were
it's
just
just
like,
kinda
why
funny.
is there someone
just
still
one
in
person.
there? And then
One
kicked
person
him
is
out,
staying
and then...
there, is just still playing. That's actually just kind of funny.
Yeah, well, they just kicked him out and then closed it. He lasted a while, like a couple days or something like that.
They actually did join the room and played like a match
With
with them, and then they kicked them from the room.
That's great. That's just great. All right, so Star kind of roughly talked about their history with Rec Room and how they got started. So I have heard of this story before, but for those who haven't, why don't you tell your story with how you started Rec Room?
Around 2016 or maybe late 2015. I don't know. When did the Vive come out? I don't know. But like,
April 2016.
my God, you are just a fact fountain.
What?
With the name.
I just noticed.
The
That's a
names and
good thing,
dates.
by the way. That's impressive. Yeah.
I know. Thank you.
That's who I'm married,
I like
this
them.
fact fountain. Anyway, so when my friend got a Vive for his birthday, and I'm like, hey, so I'm going over to your house as soon as possible because I want to try it. So when I got in there, it was a great first experience. He put me in Job Simulator, and then
Great game.
and then I chose Gourmet Chef, and then I just stayed there for like half an hour, which is like the perfect introduction. He didn't do anything. He just watched. He maybe like gave me a few tips and like what I should do. But I just messed around, which is my favorite thing, right? And I'm just like, I got out of the headset. I'm like, that was the best thing ever. I need this in my life. So, the only thing I did back then was babysit. So, I just saved up a ton. And here's something that nobody really knows. During that whole process of saving up, I had a really stupid life event that happened to me that made everything horrible for me. So I was going through a really, really rough time that I kind of stopped babysitting just to like kind of get my stuff together, I guess. And I was like, I really wish I had the headset because it would really help me as a distraction from everything that was happening. And I went over to it's been a few weeks, so I went to visit the family there across the street, right? And I talked to the mom. I'm just like everything is so dumb. It's like blah 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 life stuff. And she's just like, you know what? Here's all of the rest of the money for the headset in advance. You can buy it now and then make it up later. I'm like, why are you amazing?
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful for that. Like, she doesn't know how much I'm gonna see her again, I hopefully, and just tell her, like, so you helped me change my life by doing that.
Literally did.
So
Started the whole course.
so I got the money, the headset came in the mail, I got into Rec Room. I was gonna play it with my friend who showed me the headset, but he wasn't around, and I'm just like, you know what, whatever, I'm gonna play it on my own. I'm so glad I did!
Yes.
So, I joined some random rec center. This one person who I haven't spoken to in years comes up to me and very friendly and introduces me to his group of friends, which includes Delco. So that's how I met Delco. And ever since then, we became best friends. We met everyone else. And now, like, we're here.
That's awesome with the story with the babysitting. And it's also really cool to know that, like, cause like kind of like to get into VR back in like 2016, 17, it was hard. You had to have like a
I
computer
had
to
the
actually
computer for
run
it, but just not the headset.
and then the
yeah.
headsets were crazy expensive as well. But it's just super cool now that it's like, oh, you want this for like your birthday or Christmas? Yeah, I'll get it for like a gift. Or it's like, oh, only like $300? Yeah, sure, get a Quest 2. It's like really
I
easy
couldn't
now.
ask for that as a
It's
gift.
really easy now.
I wanted to spend it for myself. I felt like it's too expensive to ask
I've
of anyone
seen-
else.
I've seen Quest 2 go as low as $200.
Yeah, like because they're doing
Oh,
they're also doing like the refurbished thing on the official website, you know, where you can
Yeah.
get like a refurbished headset, but it's like really cheap now. But
Yeah.
it is getting
Yeah,
popular now,
think
like
so.
especially with the Quest 2, it really blew up and like people realized, oh, this is actually a thing that's cool and affordable as well.
Especially Xbox.
Xbox
Well, we're also
But-
on Android.
and well, I
And
think
now
I think also
iOS.
the mobile, like
Right.
I
And
don't know the
PlayStation.
statistics of like
And
player
Quest,
count, but I'm pretty sure a large percentage
And
of them
Steam.
are on
and
mobile.
Oculus launcher.
All you need now is the Switch.
Can I tell the story?
And I like the
about-
Switch. I think that'd be fun, but anyway.
I think Steam
you
Deck,
want-
like as long as if it
Uh,
runs on the Steam Deck, then it's pretty much the equivalent.
Well,
Does it
it's
run?
Not the.
I mean,
no,
I
the
don't have
Steam
it.
Deck is way more powerful, and
I mean,
the
Switch is
Steam
like
Deck
a
has its own
mobile.
set of issues.
It's pretty much a
because it
mobile
runs on
device, and
Linux.
just if they can run on an Android, it could be able to run on a Switch. It'd be cool, but
Yeah, but there's a lot of things people don't consider, like
the mic,
every
the mic
free
is going to
game.
be the biggest problem though, because it's a social game.
Yeah,
But it doesn't have a mic, so that
and
makes
this
sense.
Well,
is
just act like a
this is
junior
just
account.
from
You
Something
can't
people
speak
don't
into it.
realize,
You can't hear
but,
anything.
like if you've ever looked at how like other games get on the Switch, Nintendo's like really strict, right? They don't like just let anything.
That is
so
true. Yeah, they have a
you
really
know,
large review
they're
process.
super strict.
Well, what about you? Playing? How'd you start? I know how, but tell everyone
I
else.
did say, yeah.
Kinda
Like,
did,
I
yeah.
started on PSVR.
Oh,
Yeah, well, I mean, I bought a PSVR because I didn't have a lot of money. I had a job, but it was like part-time. I was still going to school. And at the time, my computer was very trash. So I bought a PSVR because that's the money I had, and the device I had already was a PlayStation, right? It sounded like a very easy... If I could have had it my way, I would have saved up for a computer, knowing what I know now. But then again, things might, aren't guaranteed to go how they already happened, right? So, but still, I would have loved the PC and a headset earlier. Anyways, that's not the point. Yeah, saved up, bought a PSVR, used it for like a good year, playing all the games that came out, and that's when I found Rec Room because I was still playing VR like pretty like I was still playing a lot of VR when I found Rec Room, and got into closed beta, met a lot of people through there's this like decommissioned server called Rec Room Test Server, where it was just where they invited all of the PSVR like beta folks into. The server's kind of closed, like all the channels are locked, but it's a good little time capsule of like how things used to be. And yeah, merged the servers. I met all the people I was talking to in that Discord, who are my friends now, and I've been here ever since. Eventually I bought a Rift again because it's way better on PC. Rec Room, definitely the best way to play it is PC VR.
I like vaguely remember you joining like in the very, very beginning because I met him through one of our friends, Fuzzy, who kind of brought him into our friend group. And it's like, I kind of remember that. I kind of do. It's
Yeah.
it's like because
I
it's
was
like
there.
because of all these people, right? Like because of the mom of the people who I was babysitting, because of Fuzzy, because of Natty and the server, we were able to meet, right? Like all these things had to happen for us to be able to meet.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
The stars aligned.
But I mean, there's
Just put him.
I didn't even try that. I didn't even. Okay, I wasn't even planning that. Hold up. I didn't actually plan that.
Nice. Nice.
wow.
I'm just used to star puns. It's my,
I'm like, you caught that. I'm like, what? Like, oh wait, actually, okay.
Do you have
That's a
any
whole other
Rec
story.
Room merchandise or just anything Rec Room actually physical in the real world?
Am I wearing anything right now? What am I wearing right now? Oh nope, I'm wearing my Annieland shirt. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of t-shirts, right? Because I love t-shirts. And I have a poster, a Rec Royale poster on my wall, and my mom got me a blanket. That's about it, I
Oh, a
think.
blanket?
What about your like special things? Like there's the
The stuff the company gave us.
yeah, there's a couple of things. There's
Oh
like,
yeah, I've seen like a few of the staff
Oh.
post like that duffel bag thing on Instagram and stuff. That's cool.
That was cool. That was
Okay,
cool.
that you mean the picnic blanket?
it's a blanket.
I don't
it's a
know
big
when
thing.
the heck
I'm
gonna
Roll it
use
out.
that.
it looks like a duffel bag like when rolled up.
It does when you roll it up. It looks like a duffel bag, but it's a picnic
That's
blanket.
cool.
See,
That
I-
unzips and rolls out.
I don't know what the heck I'm going to use that for. Like, it's in my closet, and it's like really big, I mean, like maybe it'd be good to bring to the beach to lay on, right? But I don't live anywhere near a beach or anything. I mean, we've never gone on a picnic, right? No. Last time I was
not in
like,
this
I don't know,
weather.
probably 10 years
Jeez.
ago. Yeah, death heat. Hate it here. But
Other
Oh man.
tiny things
gotta-
that we own are like we have the Rec Room pin, which is like exactly you would like imagine. It's just a Rec Room logo as a pin, and it's really nice and fancy.
I'm so
And
paranoid
then-
it's gonna fall off. It's on the backpack.
Oh man. And then one more thing is that Emily has like a little like moderator shield. She got it like an event like a couple years ago.
Yeah, that was back when we used to get flown out. It was before the pandemic, and it was only the community team, and they gave us all these little like wooden like rec room shield things.
Oh, cool.
And those are like probably like the rarest item
cool.
that is given to an employee. So I have one of those.
Yep.
That's cool.
Maybe only about like 10 of them.
I think I remember
were
seeing
made.
a photo of it, but I don't remember where.
It's like laser cut out of wood. Really cool.
Right.
You did
yeah.
post it, no? I thought you did.
Yeah, I'm sure I did somewhere. I'm gonna
Mhm.
bring it with me. It's in my wallet, so I'm really hoping I don't
Oh my
like lose
God.
it or anything.
Emily flexing, yay. See, that's what I'm saying.
We also got backpacks. They're not rec room backpacks, but we got really neat backpacks because I had like a like a school backpack I was bringing me on all trips and stuff, and this one's an actual like has multiple like areas, multiple zipper areas and stuff, and actually is like decent.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I like my backpack.
Yeah, it's like the same backpack you've been bringing since like we first met in real life.
All right, well, I didn't ask. Let's move on. What
What
next?
the? I wasn't saying that was like a bad thing. Goddamn. Feel attacked.
I just recently got myself a Rec Room shirt and a Rec Room sweater, and I actually wore
the
it
jackets.
the other day. Oh, you've got a jacket?
Yes, I forgot about that.
Cool.
I have an Against Gravity
Oh,
jacket
yeah.
and an Against
Oh,
Gravity
against
t-shirt.
gravity, way back. Oh, that far back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh man.
cool.
Yeah. It was like
Little piece of
very
history.
clear divide. It was like late 2019 or 20 like early. Well, they changed it in late 2019, but people didn't see it until early 2020 when they started rebranding to just Rec Room
Yeah.
instead of Against Gravity.
Mm,
But yeah, I really like that name.
yeah.
But I could see why it was a bit confusing. They changed it to avoid confusion. It's like, oh hey, you work at Against Gravity. What games do you make?
One game,
Just one.
just one.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was wearing my t-shirt the other day, and I was running my parents' laser tag business because a particular group wanted to play, a group of boys. And the youngest in the group, he might be 9, he recognized the t-shirt, and he said, "Hey, I play Rec Room. I play it on my Xbox." And I was like, "Oh,
Hopefully on a
really?
junior
Cool,
account."
I play that too." Well, I hope he was a junior account because as he would play laser tag, I discovered that he's a very dramatic and sensitive boy. And so I realized, like, I just met a Rec Room squeaker. Because he would get really upset during the game and like yell at the older boys, and like just cry and stuff. Like, oh no, I hope he's on a junior account in Rec Room, please. But he didn't recognize me. I'm fine with that. He didn't recognize my voice. I'm fine with that.
Hasn't happened
I'm
yet.
okay with
I want
not
that
being-
to happen
yeah, I'm
so much.
I think I think
I'm
like,
okay with people not
in the
knowing
moment, I think it
me.
would be cool to be recognized, but then in the long term, I'm pretty sure there could be complications with like getting recognized
want it to happen
by a
once.
random person that you've never met before. So it's like,
Just once.
Yeah, like let's
Just
see.
once.
It's like let's say it was us. They might like snap a picture
exactly,
of
like,
us,
or
and
they
then
just
post
know,
it and say, "Hey,"
or they
or
know the
video.
name of like your laser tag company or your whatever thing,
Yeah,
and then they start sharing
yeah.
that around, and
And,
then you're
like,
getting
blast
doxxed and
it, like,
everything.
"Hey,
So it's like,
I found energetic Ruth. I know where she's at. I know what she looks like.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know their IP address, their social
Oh
security,
my god.
the last 4 digits of their credit card account. Okay, now let's move on.
Yeah, not. I think it'd be cool, like in the moment, but it's like in the end, it's like you got to be kind of careful who you meet.
No, I'd lose my mind.
And you can't run. You can't really run. You can't like go to your dorm or block them.
You could run, actually physically run.
Just go to your door. Go to your watch.
like,
Click
hey,
on
I
leave.
recognize
I
you.
can't leave. You can't just click on them and mute or block. No, it's like, yeah, do that in real.
And just like do this, and the person's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm trying to mute you."
Can summon a moderator. By that I mean call 911.
Ah!
That's true. It's the moderators of the world.
Oh man.
Another thing that I had like for a list of stuff that we could talk about is like most interesting like Rec Room experience that you've ever had, or like I don't know, like there could be a whole bunch of like different things, but like in general, like what was like your like most memorable, I guess you could say.
I have a couple. Like, it's been. I mean, Rec Room is like it feels like the memories sort of blend together at times because
So I've got a
unlike
distinct
real
one.
life. Yeah, I mean, I have a couple distinct ones. Like, there's we like a while back, like in late 2020, me and Emily got married, and we kind of decided to also like have like a little ceremony in game where we had all of our friends, like really close friends, maybe friends we haven't talked about in a while. It was really nice. I really enjoyed that. other memories also include
Wait, can I talk about that one a little bit more?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so our friend, Misery, she made the room for us. And she even made my wedding dress as well. So it's like it was just amazing when we had one of our friends do officiate it, because we did a play together, right? Like me and Star and a whole bunch of our friends, we did Princess Bride in Rec Room. And that friend was the
Yes.
impressive clergyman, marriage is what brings us together.
Yes, that I love that part. That's part of the movie.
When I walk down the aisle and I get there, that's what he does in that voice, in that outfit, and he was like, he does the whole like official stuff, and he adds in jokes that are hilarious, right? Like during the whole like, do you promise to like love each other forever and not mess with each other and not shoot each other in friendly fire unless it's particularly funny or deserved?
Oh, nice.
It was the funniest thing. When we got married in real life in 2020, it was during the pandemic, so we had to wear masks and like go to a place that only like my dad and my mom could go to. His parents are across the country, and he lives with us. Like we live together, right? Over here, so only my family could really come as witnesses. But we want to have the full ceremony one day, like in real life with all our friends. I want to get a ball gown and be a princess, but
Yes.
it's like. That's what I want. I want that funny,
Yeah.
making everyone laugh. Like, honestly, if we could get Drummer to do that in real life, he doesn't actually need to be certified, because we're just renewing, right? Like, that would be amazing. That would be hilarious. Like, I want to laugh.
It would be. Yeah.
But that was amazing.
Well, that's
That was,
one
my
of the
favorite things ever.
highlights.
That'd be
for sure.
hilarious, like catching the audience off guard.
Well, it'd be jokes that
about
only the people who
marriage.
play understand, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's like my grandparents
that was
and like
a
extended
really cool
family that
moment.
don't play video games and stuff in your family. That'd be funny.
What else is there besides that? Other like really fun memories that are like all the plays.
The plays?
I mean, those were
Yeah.
all hard work, and yeah, we did a lot of runs for them. Like we did with our friends, we did like actual plays in Rec Room, whether it was Princess Bride, and then we did Back to the Future, but it was more of like
yeah,
Back
that
to the
one.
Rec Center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't done another one since, but we have like tentative plans to do another one, but we're all busy, so it's just one of those things that's like we'll get around to it when we have time.
That's like when we really started talking, was the play practice for for Princess Bride.
Yeah, it was Princess Bride. Yeah.
Because he was Inigo Montoya. I was a director in Yellen. So I was mostly like directing him and stuff. And I remember like auditioning him, and you're being like, so I also speak Spanish. I'm like, what? That's perfect. Like, you're Inigo, you speak Spanish. That's perfect. And he actually had to like do an accent like manually, because you don't really have
Yeah, that's
one.
really funny.
It's if you listen really closely, you can hear it, but like he had to actually like exaggerate it, and he had a whole voice and everything. And I'm just like, this is great. I just remember
That's
like
great.
directing him, because he's like very mellow, right? Like very like low energy, and when he's doing the ending part, just like, my name's Inigo Montoya, you killed my father, prepare to die. I'm just like, you need to do as like pretend you are screaming at this person. That's like the most emotion for him would be just enough to make it over the top. And I remember that being very fun.
Yeah, pretend they took your like PB&J and they're like, I don't know, making fun of you in the distance, running away.
We didn't even really start like talking until the last show, and then it's just like I saw you every week, but we never talked. And there's just this one time where we were with like Fuzzy was playing and I was playing, and then Star joined, and we started like seeing how much we were relating to each other, going back and forth, like, oh my gosh, I do the exact same thing in the exact same way. And, Fuzzy's very like talkative, right? She's just like, but she was trying to like talk to us, but she saw how much we were hitting it off, so she just like sat back and just listened and like just watched us. And it was really funny, and we started talking more after that. Everyone saw it coming, by the way. They all knew that we hung out like every night across the country and stuff, but it's like we would always play together. Every time I'd asked if we could hang out that night, he'd never say no, and it's everyone saw it coming. Everyone.
Very cool.
With our friends, yeah. That's for sure. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a moment now. Probably one of like maybe a highlight would be last semester at Film Academy. I think that was pretty big for me, at least, because that's when.
Are you saying the graduation part?
Like, well, yeah, the graduation, because that's
Wait a minute,
after.
which part of it? What specifically? I know what happened at that graduation.
I think just the whole entirety of it, because that was like 2 years of my life spent on Film Academy and like working there and being a teacher. So it was pretty big.
Okay, I thought you were saying like specifically only that graduation, because that entire graduation, everyone was making fun of how short I was.
That and yeah.
That's my life.
They all started
something
saying
really
like she's 4'3" or 4'11". Yeah, no, I'm
Oh my
5'3".
Oh, you're just barely shorter than me, just by 1 inch.
So you're tall. So you're 5'4",
Mm-hmm.
like Silfox. Same.
Yep.
The same height as. Oh my god, that really puts it into
Yeah, I'm a
perspective.
small
Did you
child,
see
so I
that
think
picture of Solfox and Squirrelador and Barachi? It's like
Yeah.
Oh,
compared to
man.
Squirrelador, who's
That
like
just shows how
6
tall
foot
they'd be next to
something,
me.
and it's like
you know?
Solfox, he just looks so small.
It'd be cool
No,
to meet him and be
technically,
like,
I would say we're
"Hey."
average. We're just like average female height, like 5'3", 5'5", somewhere around there. But for Solfox, he is a guy and he is that short. That's just sad.
I wanna hug him and just be like, it's okay, we're gonna be okay.
No, Soulfox makes up for it for like all
Being
his
awesome by
energy
being awesome.
and- yeah,
Yeah.
being awesome. Yeah.
And his beard.
No, he doesn't deserve. And the beard, yeah. No,
Yeah,
he's
that
a
is
really
really
great person though. I don't think he deserves the doesn't deserve to have all the smoke thrown at him like that. No, yeah, he's great.
As much as people make fun of me for being short, I do make. You've seen, I think, some of them where I make fun of Silfox being short, even though I'm shorter than him. Like whenever I
Yeah,
have the
but
opportunity, I'll take it. I'll take it. And he's like, "Oh man."
I mean, but it's
Oh, I
like
can
friendly
see that.
banter, right? It's just
Yeah.
banter. It's
Yeah,
for fun. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
one thing I
yeah.
like about being short, like when I met a lot of my friends in real life, like we would make, after we got together, we would make trips to visit each other, and we would just kind of time them when things were going on, or we would either create, like we'd go visit a friend and we just hang out then, or we would meet up at a convention in his home city, right? So I went over there, met up with some other friends, and one of my friends, so Gerhard, he's very tall, right? Like very, and I remember when I first saw him, I was like, I run towards, because I love to give my friends hugs. This was 2019, so pre-pandemic, and he literally picks me up and spins me in a circle. I love that. I absolutely love that. Like, it's just like, he puts me down, it's like, you are
Oh, that
so
is
tiny!
great.
Like,
Oh man, it is crazy that in VR we can tell how everyone's height.
Yeah.
I
In
sit all the
VR.
time, so now you can't. Like,
True, but like if like you're standing up and like you're measured correctly for your height, and you realize like how tall that person is or how short that person is.
it's even weirder
Oh,
in real
man.
life. Like, you know, I'd always sit when I saw him in real life, I'm just like, oh my god, you didn't. You're so tall.
How
To
tall
me,
are you?
I'm used to it now,
It's like 5'9", 5'10". I don't know.
which isn't even like, you know, like super
That's
tall,
not
but for
too
tiny
tall, but
me, you
tall
feel-
for
like when
me
you're standing
small,
right in
yeah.
front of him, I'm like looking up. I'm like,
I think it's just below male average. I think it's 5'10" is male average, so you're like just below.
Hmm.
I'm
I haven't
6 foot,
checked,
so
to be honest. I
I just break.
Oh my
Wow,
god.
so
Anything like that is just holy crap tall.
I have to deal with
I'm just a
this.
small
I have to
child.
deal with this.
I mean, Mighty's what 6'4" or something?
Isaac, I think, is 6'4", or I think just a little taller than that. But yeah, I think we were trying to compare Mighty with Isaac. I think Isaac is just taller than Mighty.
Wow.
Crazy.
I like being short
That's a
though.
thing.
It's fun. It's just like tiny Emily.
You're like, hey, you go reach that for me. I'm too short. I
Yeah.
literally
Lacey, get the ladder. Go
last
get it.
night I was trying to get a cereal box up from someone put it at the way top and I pushed it. I literally had to go grab it. And I'm just like, so someone put a cereal box up at the top and I can't reach it. Can you grab it? He's just like, say no more. And his tall self.
Yeah, this literally happened last night.
Love it.
That's really funny.
My mom is really short, and my dad
Same.
is
I'm taller than my mom.
just shorter than you, I'd say. But I was told, like, a funny story my mom would like to say is, like, in the early years of their marriage, she caught him reaching on the top cabinet, like the highest cabinet, and apparently he had a candy stash up there to hide them.
Oh no.
Because she was too short to find it or just reach it.
Damn.
I mean, even like I'm 5'4", but I'm the second tallest in my family because my mom is like
Oh,
5'2", and my sister's like 5'1", or like 5 foot, right? And she's my older sister, so I'm younger than her. But so she's like, when I'm standing, she's like here, like now. But she was always like just as much taller than me when we were growing up, and then I just did this. So it's funny now. It's like every time I hug her, I'm like, my God, you make me feel so tall. Like being around my mom, and my sister, I feel so tall. And my dad is like, so it's like when you have kids, like especially multiple, one of them will get more genes from one parent than the other. And I definitely got more genes from my dad, and my sister definitely got more genes from my mom. So she got shorter, and I got taller, and I look more like my dad, and she looks more like my mom. And interests even line up with each other. Like I have more of my dad's interests, and that's why I love games, right? I got that from him. But so I totally like surpassed, and it's like it's hilarious now. I just like I have pictures with my elbow on her head. Like,
I have a sister. She's 4 years older than me. She's 4'11". Oh no, there's a 4'10", 4'11". Yeah,
That's short.
and she's
That would be like
4 years older than me. Though she looks a lot more like Dad than the rest of the family. But yet she did not get his height. She's got my mom's height. Yeah.
Damn. You ever like just go up to them like, hey, what's up?
How's the weather
How's
down
the weather
there?
down there?
yeah, it's funny how that happened. Like, I don't know. Now but every time I meet friends in real life, I'm always like the shortest one. I'm just like, 5'4" isn't even that short. Y'all are just tall. Like, it's not fair.
Oh man, it's crazy going to those groups. Because I've experienced going to like real life group, and just like for some reason most of the females there were just like unusually tall. Even for average, they were all tall, so it made me feel really small. Cause I think like I'm the average, but they were like 5'8". Like for females, that's just tall, man.
It's unfair. Yes. We're gonna go on a trip next week, right? And I'm just like, I wonder how many of us will actually be short like me. Like, hopefully, I mean, I know that some of us aren't, but like, I won't be the only one. But like, I just feel like some like really tall people will be like, look how small Emily is, like, kind of thing.
Don't
You're gonna
lose
need to
Emily.
carry, like,
Don't
a
lose
stool
Emily in the crowd.
everywhere.
Oh my God, no!
Wouldn't it be funny if like they're in one of the like events, everyone's standing up and someone just like you see someone like keep jumping up and you just see like the hands every now and then.
That's me. But hey, it's like there's some upsides, like airplane seats aren't an issue for me, right?
Oh.
I can fit in the back seat. Actually, no, I have to sit in the middle. most of the time. It's like, yeah, well, you sit in the middle, you're small. I'm like, God damn it. But some things are nice about being short. Some things.
All right. Yeah. No. This has been really fun. Like I really enjoyed the conversations. If you see me around, feel free to say hi. I really like. I know we didn't talk much about the actual like game itself or like our positions here, but I really do care about like the people who play the game, and I really do value like all sorts of feedback, as well as other people also really value your feedback. So feel free to keep like giving us ideas and just interacting with us, because your criticism really helps a lot, and it really does go a long way. So thanks so much for playing.
Aw. He's great at talking to the community and stuff. I am horrible at like support and stuff like that. But like, I mean, same kind of general thing, right? Like I also like, I love this player base, I love this job, I love this game, and I don't interact with the community very often. But if you do see me in game, first of all, that's an accomplishment, because I do not come on very often in public. So just come say hi. Sorry I don't accept friend requests or anything like that. That's just a personal thing, but just keep like playing the game, keep watching the Rec Room YouTube channel. I'm gonna come back at some point and do something other than featured rooms. So I don't know what. Do something. So just keep watching. And then, whether you're watching this podcast as a podcast or a video, subscribe to Ding Boy. I got up for no reason. Subscribe. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, subscribe to these two. They're pretty good.
Oh,
You
yes.
too,
Roof
even though
too
you
high,
make
sorry.
videos. And you should
It's alright. It's
preemptively
his channel.
subscribe to me for when my iceberg video comes out. But set aside 2 hours of your free time. Thank you.
I mean, subscribe to my personal channel if you want. I barely post on there anyway. I make videos whether people watch them or not. Like, it's just there for fun.
Alright, so that's going to be episode 5 of the Recording Everyone's Craziness show. Thank you so much to Star and emilywafflesyay for being guests. I'll make sure to link their channels, their Instagrams down in the description of this video or wherever you listen to this, so you can check them out. And also thank you so much to Ruth for hosting this, and I'll also make sure to link their channel down as well. So yeah, I guess that's going to be it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.
Thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe for more things Rec Room, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!